And welcome back to AEW Wrestling. We start with the brutal fallout from AEW's Blood and Guts. Next, it's official. A huge championship rematch has been set for Survivor Series War Games. Plus, we also look at the conflicting reports regarding the minimum salary for NXT wrestlers. Plus, a few more wrestling news. If you're into wrestling updates, do subscribe to AEW Wrestling and let's get right into it. Backstage update on AEW Blood and Guts injuries. Jamie Hayter suffers chipped teeth. Following the chaotic and violent Blood and Guts matches on AEW Dynamite last night, there's backstage update on the condition of several stars involved. According to Fightful Select, the most notable injury was suffered by Jamie Hayter, who is believed to have sustained several chipped teeth during the intense women's bout. She was praised backstage for showing the toughness expected of her, while Sky Blue is reportedly doing okay despite bleeding profusely during the match. Fortunately, key stars in the men's match, Hangman Page and Powerhouse Hobbs, did not suffer any serious injuries, only reporting feeling extremely sore the day after the brutal cage war. Well, definitely we know AEW is going to put on such performance, and is it right for us to compare the up-and-coming war games that WWE will be putting out? Well, let's just not expect the same kind of violence. John Cena vs Dominik Mysterio Intercontinental Title Rematch set for Survivor Series. The second major championship match for Survivor Series War Games is now official. John Cena will defend the Intercontinental Championship against Dominik Mysterio. The match was formally set on last night's Raw at Madison Square Garden. The night began with Cena, the newly crowned Grand Slam champion, being interrupted by Mysterio, who immediately demanded a rematch after losing the title last week. After some back and forth, Cena agreed to the title defense, but Mysterio insisted on having it at the upcoming Premium Live event. The segment escalated into a six-man tag match where Cena, Rey Mysterio, and Sheamus defeated the Judgment Day's team of Dominic, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough, with Cena scoring the pinfall victory to build momentum heading into the highly anticipated rematch. And if any of you guys who have watched that match, I don't know if you get the same feeling as I did. I have a sense of happiness watching Rey, Cena, and Sheamus put it out together, especially that 3-man 15-knuckle shuffle that for some reason brought a big smile to my face, and it just makes me appreciate the generation that we grew up watching wrestling with. I can't believe Rey Mysterio is still doing this at an active level. Former star claims $30,000 NXT salary. Report confirms $75,000 minimum, with a crucial exception. A conflicting report has emerged regarding the minimum salary paid to NXT wrestlers. Former WWE wrestler Gigi Dolan recently claimed that some talent in NXT are making as low as $30,000 annually, pointing out that after travel and expenses, this salary is difficult to live on. However, Brian Alvarez of F4WOnline.com refuted this claim, reporting that he confirmed the minimum guaranteed salary for an NXT contract is actually $75,000. Alvarez did concede that some athletes are compensated only a small amount to upgrade their look and help their career. These are developmental athletes who are part of WWE's ID program and are not under an official salary TKO contract, which is the key difference from the regular NXT roster. I mean, it is true that if you are an NXT wrestler, you are still trying to make it. And being on NXT doesn't mean that you have made it officially just because you're under the WWE banner. You're gonna have to tough it out, hustle, and work even harder to get to the main roster. So for those of you guys who are expecting NXT roster to be paid well, just remember it's actually still a developmental brand, even though it looks like it isn't. Pro wrestling legend Chavo Guerrero re-signs with WWE to assist with AAA partnership. Pro wrestling veteran and legend Chavo Guerrero has officially returned to WWE. Speaking in a recent interview with Bill Apter, Guerrero confirmed that he has re-signed with the company and is already assisting them with their new high-profile partnership with Lucha Libre AAA Worldwide. Guerrero, who was seen at the WWE Act AAA Worlds Collide event in June, expressed excitement about AAA operating under the WWE umbrella. He believes that combining the authentic tradition and style of Lucha Libre with WWE's massive marketing and production machine will cause AAA stock to skyrocket, giving fans an even better overall wrestling product. And I totally agree, because if it wasn't for WWE, I would have paid so much attention to Vikingo and being exposed to Mr. Iguana, and as well as this character that Triple H was not very pleased with. WWE urged to sign Danhausen as potential comedy star and merchandise goldmine. WWE officials might be keeping an eye on star Danhausen as his contract expiration date approaches. According to Sean Ross Sapp in the latest edition of Fightful Select Answers, WWE would be wise to consider signing the very nice, very evil star when he becomes available. Sapp noted that Danhausen could be an excellent asset for the company's comedy wrestling role, a position that WWE will eventually need to fill as R-Truth's career wind down. Furthermore, Sapp suggested that WWE's marketing team could generate significant revenue from Danhausen's unique aesthetic and merchandise potential. While the star hasn't been featured heavily on AEW television recently, he remains an active and popular presence on the independent scene. Well, there you have it for today's wrestling update news. What are your thoughts about the money that wrestlers make before they get into the main roster? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe to Anakira Wrestling if you're into wrestling update news, and I'll see you in another video.